Hey guys, Jessica Coulter here, CEO and founder of Ace Cookie Tutoring. Today we're going to talk about 3 different memorization techniques, 3 ways to improve your memory. So if that is something you would like to do, make sure you hit that like button for me, that heart button, and drop a yes down below. Now the reason we're talking about this is because right now, right this weekend, there is a replay of my event, How to Graduate with Honors, Even If You Don't Think You Can. It featured 34 different interviews from different experts, including Sarah and Mike. So if you want to catch their interviews where they give some awesome ideas for memory techniques, you've got to sign up for the replay weekend by going to the link you see in the description, join my Facebook group, and they'll have all the information you need there, and you'll get a whole bunch of tips and tricks for memories, study tips, all that good stuff. So the first thing that I learned that I want to pass on to you, and also I want to give you some of my own advice, things that I knew before and just were reinforced, which was awesome. Number 1 is to know technology is out there to help you. So if you are getting ready to study, if you're just trying to get like something as simple as your multiplication facts, or something kind of repetitive like that would be easy to use a flashcard, there are all sorts of different tools, different apps out there, like Quizlet and quizzes that I strongly suggest, and so did Sarah when I interviewed her. So definitely that is tip number 1, is if you were to use some kind of flashcard app or some kind of online game where you get to put your own questions in, then that is an awesome way to memorize something, because the more you do something, the more you repeat it, the easier it will be to remember. The second thing, my personal favorite that I use all the time when I work with students as a tutor, as a substitute teacher, and myself when I was in school and working on my 4.0 and becoming valedictorian, was to do mnemonic devices. So things like PEMDAS, P-E-M-D-A-S. Each letter represents something. So if you have a child in middle school, you probably are very, very familiar with this, because late elementary, early middle school is generally when students learn the order of operations. That is something that usually sticks with you forever, no matter if you have a job that uses math or not. So mnemonic devices basically are a phrase, possibly an acronym like that, that help you remember something. So for me, I use it for all sorts of different diagrams and charts and all that good stuff. So if you want more details, join us in the Facebook group. So before I give you memorization tip number 3, if you're just now joining us, I still want to know, yes or no, do you want to improve your memory? Do you want to be able to retain information more easily, no matter if it's in a classroom setting or something even at work or even something at home? So let me know with a yes down below if you would, and make sure you hit that like button for me. So the last tip I have for you came from Mike Mandel in our interview at the How to Graduate with Honors Masterclass. So it was pretty fun to learn, and it still works for me. I've applied it to different scenarios since then, and it's kind of ridiculous. It's fun, and that's why it's working for me. So I imagine it will also work for you, work for your child, and that is to make it kind of silly. So the example he gave had to do with a grocery list. Okay, so to remember milk, to remember celery, and to remember staples. So 3 very different things. Obviously pretty short list, obviously probably easy for you to remember if you were to go to the store for those 3 things, but imagine you had a list of 20 things to go to the grocery store for, and you left the list at home, or maybe there were 20 rules you need to memorize in order to do this proof correctly in your geometry class, or to pass this history test, 20 different events. We've got to have a technique to remember those things, and Mike gave an awesome idea that I suggest you learn about. Essentially, for his example of the milk, is you put the milk in a bag, and then when you put the celery inside the milk jug, the milk goes everywhere. And then when you want to remember the staples, well, you take the celery out of the milk jug and your fingers get hurt because they got stabbed by staples. So he goes into a lot more details as to the brain reasons behind this, I can't even think of the word right now, the the neurology behind it, I believe, the neurolinguistics as well. So do know that these are just a quick summary of some memory techniques. A lot more can be found in my group, and a lot more can be found at the replay of the How to Graduate with Honors, Even If You Don't Think You Can interview series, which is going on right now. So click the link you see in the description, answer a couple questions to join my Facebook group, and then you will be able to watch all of those interviews for free through tomorrow, 8 p.m. Central Time. So have a great night. Hope to see you in the group. hope to see you at the replay weekend. Bye.